Welcome back to the channel, Rare Coins History, coin lovers and seekers of hidden riches. Today we're turning our attention to a coin that has sparked excitement across the numismatic community, the United States of America gold $1 from the year 2009 with the Denver Mint mark. This incredible modern collectible has become the stuff of dreams for those who believe that treasure can still be found in places as ordinary as a small box of coins, a forgotten drawer in a desk, or a souvenir picked up years ago and set aside without a second thought. At first glance, most people would never suspect that a coin minted as recently as 2009 could command staggering figures today, but the story behind this special gold dollar is filled with history, innovation, scarcity, and a worldwide wave of collector demand that continues to grow by the year. The United States Mint introduced a new series of gold-colored dollar coins in the 21st century featuring great American presidents to revive interest in circulating $1 coins. In 2009, the focus shifted to remarkable designs honoring the contributions of influential leaders, one of those standout pieces being minted at the Denver facility, proudly bearing the D Mint mark. Although the coin is not made of solid gold but instead a beautiful golden-colored alloy, it quickly earned the nickname Gold Dollar for its stunning metallic hue, which adds an irresistible shine even at first sight. These coins were intended for circulation, yet surprisingly few ever made their way into the hands of the general public. Instead, most were distributed to collectors, special sets, and banks without much fanfare, which means today, locating a genuine circulation strike 2009 D gold $1 coin in stunning condition has become an unexpected challenge. What transforms this coin from common to spectacular is a combination of factors: perfect blazing luster, a razor-sharp strike, breathtaking appearance, and above all, error or variety status. Some 2009 D gold dollars are known with mysterious planchet errors, doubled dies on the lettering along the rim or reverse, missing edge inscriptions, or misplaced mint marks. The United States Mint inscribed the date, motto, and other inscriptions onto the edge of the coin instead of the face, a unique feature that created an entirely new category of errors. In some rare cases, the edge lettering was accidentally omitted, struck upside down, or was doubled. Serious collectors instantly recognized how monumental those mistakes would become in the future and began hunting every 2009 D gold dollar they could get their hands on. Some coins also exhibit striking anomalies, slightly off-center strikes, die gouges, or extra metal on design elements like letters, stars, or the featured portrait. These subtle differences are not signs of damage but actual die varieties from high-speed mint production, and when found in pristine mint state condition, they ignite bidding wars among top buyers. The condition of the coin is everything. Most examples of this coin entered circulation and show signs of wear. Enthusiasts hope for one in perfect mint state quality: bright satin surfaces, no scratches under magnification, and deep, elegant relief in the portrait and lettering. Collectors pay intense attention to how much of the original golden shine remains. Since even small nicks or fingerprint oils can downgrade the coin's condition, the highest graded survivors are astonishingly rare. Coins certified as MS-66, MS-67, and especially MS-68 or higher by the major grading services such as PCGS and NGC have become prize trophies. A superb example with a bold strike and blazing surfaces tucked away since 2009 might look way too fresh to be valuable, which is precisely why untrained eyes often miss its significance. Another reason this coin is generating powerful buzz is the growing popularity of United States golden dollar collections among younger generations of collectors, many of whom are seeking modern, grail coins, with error pedigree and sensational grade appeal. That exploding demand, paired with the very low number of premium-level coins known today, has pushed even modest circulation coins upward in value, while truly elite examples, especially those combining rare edge errors with gorgeous mint state red gold coloring, have shot to unbelievable auction records. Imagine pulling out a roll of coins you set aside years ago just as a novelty and discovering one of these bright Denver-struck beauties inside. The coin world is full of stories exactly like that, with average people discovering they've been unknowingly sitting on six-figure fortune pieces among their keepsakes. This is why coin hunters never pass over something as simple as a gold-colored 2009 dollar. They search its surfaces with magnifying lenses, rotate it carefully to examine the edge for missing inscriptions or doubling, check the strength of its strike, confirm that tiny Denver D under the date, and evaluate the overall brilliance of its surfaces. If you come across one of these coins, handle it only by the edges to preserve its mint glory. If you suspect your coin may be extraordinary, the next step is professional authentication and grading. because nothing unlocks full market potential like certification proving your 2009 D gold dollar is one of a tiny handful that has survived in elite status. Collectors and investors alike are now searching the globe for these special modern rarities, and each passing year makes high-grade examples more difficult to find. Today we turn our attention to a coin that may appear modern but has already climbed to legendary status among collectors, the United States of America gold $1 dated 2008 with the Philadelphia Mint mark. Most people see a golden-colored dollar coin and assume it's either ordinary pocket change or a novelty piece minted for collectors, but what if that very same coin was actually worth an amount that could dramatically change your fortune? Believe it or not, certain rare 2008 P gold dollar coins have shattered expectations in the numismatic market, setting records nobody predicted when they were first released. With its brilliant color, patriotic styling, and surprising scarcity in top condition, this coin has proven that it's not always the oldest or shiniest coin that hides the greatest value. Sometimes, it's the humble golden dollar sitting quietly in your possession that deserves a second, closer look. These 2008 gold-colored dollars were part of an ambitious program by the U.S. Mint to reinvigorate the use of the dollar coin in everyday commerce. They showcase sleek modern portraits and edge inscriptions rather than placing the date and motto on the coin's face, which was an innovative twist at the time. One highly sought-after version was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, proudly identified by a small P on the surface. Although these coins were intended for general circulation, the unusual edge inscription striking process resulted in a wide range of incredible minting errors and varieties. Collectors rapidly learned to examine the edges of these coins for clues of rarity, because it is here that fortunes have been made. You might find edge lettering that is doubled, missing altogether, upside down, or lightly impressed, each one representing a fail in the minting process and creating a variety that die-hard collectors clamor to own. Combine that with exceptional mint state quality and you have the kind of modern mystery that turns simple pocket change into an absolute jackpot. The appeal does not stop with edge errors alone. Even regular issue coins without noticeable edge problems can become spectacularly valuable because of condition sensitivity. Most golden dollars entered circulation quickly and suffered instant friction that dulled their original satin shine. Only a minute percentage were saved the moment they left the mint and carefully preserved with gloved hands by collectors or inadvertent savers. These coins maintain a flawless, blazing gold surface with no scratches or dulling even under magnification. When evaluated by professional graders like PCGS or NGC and found to be in perfect mint state grades of MS66, MS67, MS68 or higher, their rarity skyrockets. Top-quality pieces are often placed into historical presidential or Native American dollar coin sets where competition is fierce and collectors refuse to compromise on eye appeal. That has fueled stunning price jumps for the finest known 2008 P examples, particularly those exhibiting an unusual minting anomaly alongside their impeccable appearance. What you need to look for is quite simple. First, confirm the year 2008 on the coin. Then check for the tiny letter P that confirms it was struck in Philadelphia. After that, inspect the edge very carefully under good lighting, turning the coin slowly to see if the inscriptions appear doubled, too faint, out of position, or missing altogether. These are the superstar traits. Next, hold it by the edges only, and tilt it gently to observe how brilliant the golden finish is. True gems will showcase stunning mirrors of those original minty surfaces that catch the light beautifully without any wear pattern. Look closely at the portrait details like hair texture and cheek contours and make sure each character is deeply and sharply struck rather than flattened. If your coin seems extraordinarily beautiful, it is time to get that piece authenticated and graded, because once a rare 2008 P gold dollar enters a protective slab with a top grade and an error designation, collectors around the world prepare to chase it aggressively. It sounds like a modern-day treasure hunt, and that's exactly what it is. Stories exist of people discovering their life-changing coin inside old bank rolls, in a box of souvenirs from a trip to Philadelphia, tucked away in a sock drawer, or mixed among other gold dollar coins in a desk. Until someone with a curious mind bothered to examine it carefully, it looked just like the others, but those who paid attention found themselves staring at a serious six-figure winner. With every passing year, fresh discoveries become less and less likely, pushing the value of known rare pieces upward. So make sure to search every gold-colored dollar carefully and never pass up the chance to check the year and mint mark before spending or stashing it away, because the opportunity to find one of these spectacular rarities is right now, not years from today, which takes us to the incredible truth that has astounded. Today we are traveling back to the very beginning of a modern numismatic revolution, the year 2000, to explore one of the most fascinating and potentially valuable coins ever to surprise collectors, the United States of America gold $1 with the Philadelphia Mint mark. While most people remember the year 2000 for the dawn of a new millennium, coin collectors recall it with excitement because that was the year the U.S. Mint launched the Sacagawea Golden Dollar, a beautifully designed coin meant to replace the traditional dollar bill in daily transactions. Bright golden in color and bearing a graceful portrait of Sacagawea, the proud Shoshone woman who helped guide Lewis and Clark across the American frontier, this coin appeared sleek, modern, and full of historic symbolism. But what most people didn't realize at the time is that some extremely special examples struck at the Philadelphia Mint, the ones marked with a tiny P, would go on to become legendary treasures, especially when preserved in immaculate condition or struck with rare minting errors that unintentionally set them apart from the rest. The obverse of this iconic golden dollar features the face of Sacagawea, sculpted with stunning detail, from her deeply expressive eyes to the baby Jean-Baptiste, secured softly on her back. The reverse showcases a soaring eagle surrounded by 17 stars representing the number of states in the Union during her time. When the coin debuted, anticipation was enormous, and collectors lined up everywhere to obtain fresh rolls directly from banks. Even so, the majority of these coins were spent, passed, and circulated just like normal currency, which means most picked up scratches, dulling, and wear very quickly. Only a tiny fraction were carefully preserved immediately after minting, sometimes unknowingly by savers who tucked them away as curiosities rather than valuable investments. Those well-preserved Philadelphia minted coins, especially those shining with perfect luster as though they were struck only moments ago, are astonishingly scarce today. What takes this golden dollar from interesting to truly exceptional is the presence of certain rare varieties and minting errors, famous among today's collectors. Some 2000 P gold dollars show a dramatic double die error, where inscriptions like Liberty, Indiana God We Trust, or the tiny date and mint mark appear slightly doubled under magnification, revealing that the die accidentally shifted between strikes. Others are prized for being struck on an improper planchet, meaning they were accidentally created using the wrong blank, such as being struck on a brass token planchet or leftover Susan B. Anthony or $quarter planchet. These coins look different in thickness, tone, or diameter and are the stuff of numismatic legend. Perhaps the wildest variety of all is the famous Cheerios dollar, a special 2000 P Sacagawea sent to cereal boxes as a promotion with an enhanced eagle tail feather design. These Cheerios dollars command staggering sums among collectors, proving once again that coin history has surprising connections to everyday life. Beyond error varieties, even regular strike Philadelphia 2000 P golden dollars become powerfully valuable when found in elite mint state grades. Professional grading agencies examine every nuance of such coins, from the brightness of their satin surfaces to the tiniest hairline marks, and they assign a grade between MS 60 and MS 70. Coins with blazing gold luster, no contact scratches, perfectly struck details on Sacagawea's hair braids, the eagle's feathers, and the stars surrounding them are rarely found in the top tier such as MS 68, MS 69, or the near-perfect MS 70. When a coin does manage to achieve one of these grades, it stands out as one of the finest examples known to exist. Collectors then fiercely compete to own it because it represents the pinnacle of preservation for a modern circulating coin. The competition becomes even more intense if the coin also exhibits any kind of mint-made anomaly, suddenly turning a simple $1 piece into a six-figure object of desire. So imagine this: you are sifting through an old drawer, a jewelry box, a forgotten jar in the kitchen cabinet, or a roll of golden dollars purchased back in the early 2000s. Among them is a 2000 P Sacagawea dollar that gleams brighter than you remember. You lift it under the light, turning it slowly, and see Sacagawea's features crisply carved, edges sharp as though fresh off the press, and not a single scratch from circulation. The back of the coin is equally astonishing. Every line on the eagle's feathers stands tall and every star around it beams proudly. You grab a magnifier and spot what seems to be doubled letters or extra thickness on the inscriptions. Could this be one of the fabled double die varieties? You feel your heart race with the possibility. You send it for grading. It returns with an extraordinary mint state rating, and suddenly you find yourself the owner of a modern coin that very few thought would ever reach extraordinary value, yet here you are, holding a piece of numismatic history destined to astonish collectors and buyers worldwide. This is the incredible magic of coin hunting and the reason people never stop searching, because what appears ordinary might easily be one of the finest surviving examples of a Philadelphia minted 2000 golden dollar. Every detail matters, from sharpness of strike, brilliance of luster, smoothness of fields, and presence of errors, and each raises the coin's status from affordable to mythical. Professional collectors and wealthy investors are constantly looking to upgrade their collections with finest known modern rarities, which is how the market for premium condition 2000p gold dollars has absolutely exploded in recent years. It's why every coin roll or forgotten stash deserves closer inspection, because there are still discoveries waiting to be made. Today we are traveling to a year that many collectors remember with great excitement, 2009. To explore a modern United States of America gold $1 coin bearing the Philadelphia Mint mark that has become one of the most talked about rarities in numismatic circles. At first glance, this golden dollar appears like a modern novelty, a coin many people remember seeing in change or buying as a collector set. But if you've ever stashed one away with a tiny P under the date, hold on to your seat because this particular coin has shocked experts, broken expectations, and become one of the most valuable modern US coins you could ever hope to find, especially in uncirculated condition and with the right era features. These $1 coins were part of a bold new program by the US Mint in the early 2000s that tried to revive interest in using dollar coins across America. By 2009 the Philadelphia Mint was producing highly detailed golden-colored dollar pieces with rich artwork, satin-bright finish, and lettering struck around the rim. Each coin carried a proud portrait in honor of a historic leader or symbolic American figure, and rather than printing all information on the face of the coin, the Mint placed important inscriptions like the date, motto, and mint mark along the edge, an experimental shift that offered a range of opportunities for fascinating production errors. While millions were struck for circulation, the vast majority were spent, scratched, and dulled by pocket use almost immediately. Only a tiny percentage ever managed to survive with flawless shimmering luster, razor-sharp strike, and edge lettering in perfect original condition, which is why those that did survive untouched have become legendary in the collector community. What truly sets the 2009 Philadelphia minted gold $1 apart is the astonishing variety of mint errors known to exist. Some coins were released completely missing the edge inscriptions, turning them into smooth-edged rarities instantly hunted worldwide. Other pieces came off the presses with doubling in the rim lettering, upside-down inscriptions, letters overlapping, or a combination of faint and bold impressions on the same edge. There are also striking errors like off-center production, die cracks, filled dies where extra blobs of metal appear over certain letters or digits, and misaligned planchets that leave the design twisted toward one side. These errors are not damage, they are mint-made and therefore extremely collectible when found in pristine mint state grades. One of the greatest thrills of coin hunting is discovering a golden-colored $2009 coin, only to slowly rotate it in your hand and notice something unusual in the rim engraving, instantly realizing you might be looking at a piece worth far above its face value. Condition drives value even further into the stratosphere. The biggest prices are reserved for coins that have never been handled without care, the kind graded by professional services like PCGS and NGC at MS67, MS68, or above. These coins retain their deep original luster, show no signs of wear even under magnification, and reveal beautifully struck head and tail feather details along their central design with no flattening, contact marks, or dullness. A full satin glow, flashy golden brilliance, and originality are crucial. It's shocking how many perfect coins were unknowingly tossed into circulation back in 2009, only to vanish with time. Today collectors pay staggering prices to secure high-graded survivors coming from old mint bags, forgotten rolls, or sealed collector sets. Some of the greatest fortunes have come from people who found a forgotten golden dollar coin in a drawer, only to realize years later, after sending it for grading, that they possessed one of the finest known 2009 Philadelphia minted examples on earth, complete with a spectacular error designation. So pay very close attention to every single 2009 gold-colored dollar you come across. Look immediately for the tiny P mint mark. Rotate the coin and carefully examine the edge. Does it contain its full inscription, partial inscription, doubling, or none at all? Compare the sharpness of the design. Is the golden finish still blazing like brand new or dulled from years of handling? If your coin appears unusually well made, has flawless texture, brilliant golden luster, and possibly an inscription anomaly, that could be a powerful sign to submit the coin for professional certification. Because once it returns in a slab with a top-tier mint state grade and an official error designation, the collector market goes wild. There are fierce bidding wars between hardcore modern coin enthusiasts and wealthy investors who understand just how hard it is to find a 2009 Philadelphia specimen in ultra-high condition. Collectors not only want these coins to complete their golden dollar sets, they want the rarest possible error varieties with the highest possible condition grade to display as the crown jewel. Today we are digging deep into a modern American coin that has driven collectors wild with excitement and fueled one of the most incredible stories in recent numismatic history, the United States of America gold $1 coin from 2007 bearing the Philadelphia Mint mark. At a glance it might look like a simple golden-colored souvenir, not a coin capable of making someone rich, but once you learn the rare secrets behind a select group of these coins you will never look at your change the same way again. These spectacular pieces came out during a time when the U.S. Mint was pushing America to use dollar coins instead of paper money, introducing eye-catching presidential portraits and brand new minting technology in hopes of turning our attention away from traditional bills. What makes the 2007 Philadelphia minted version so legendary is a perfect storm of edge lettering experiments, stunning mint errors, low survival at the highest levels of preservation, and fierce modern collector demand, all resulting in market prices that are nothing short of jaw-dropping for the lucky few who find one in pristine condition. When these coins were first introduced they stood apart from all previous US dollar coins because so much of their required information, including the year, mint mark, and mottos like E pluribus unum, was placed along the edge of the coin rather than the obverse or reverse. This innovative method looked elegant in theory, but during high-speed production at the Philadelphia Mint, the process occasionally misfired. Some coins slid through without any edge lettering at all, creating smooth-edged rarities. Others received duplicate engravings, faint gouged-in phrases, or lettering that was completely upside down. At the time, the Mint never advertised that these errors existed, so they slipped quietly into circulation, discovered only by those curious enough to examine their coins carefully. These edge errors quickly became famous when collectors realized just how few had survived in mint state condition, launching a treasure hunt across America for coins dated 2007 with a tiny P marking them as Philadelphia strikes. The reverse of this coin generally features a bold soaring eagle, while the obverse includes the portrait of America's third president, Thomas Jefferson, immortalized in fine metallic detail. But not every obverse was struck evenly, and not every planchet came out perfectly. A small number show double-die obverse varieties where sheets of lettering like the word Liberty or even small details in Jefferson's name are slightly doubled or shadowed, a minting accident that instantly multiplies collector interest. Some have partial collar strikes or off-center strikes resulting from the coin being misaligned inside the press. These flawed coins have asymmetrical rims or blank crescent edges showing off the bare planchet underneath. These mistakes were never meant for collectors, yet those extremely few that survive with original bright golden luster and uncirculated surfaces are now the most coveted modern US dollar coins on the market. Critical to all of this is condition. The overwhelming majority of 2007 gold dollars encountered rough circulation wear immediately. They were exchanged in transit systems, slot machines, parking meters, and everyday commerce. Most lost their metallic glow quickly, and their edge inscriptions became worn down almost smooth. But a handful of coins, often pulled straight from mint-issued sets or forgotten rolls and tucked into drawers untouched, managed to stay immaculate. Under bright light, these coins retain a bold satin sheen, no scratches, razor-sharp hairline details on Jefferson's portrait, and deeply struck eagle feathers on the reverse. These are the examples that grading services like PCGS and NGC award sky-high mint state grades such as MS 67, MS 68, or even MS 69. The moment a coin carries both a mint-made edge error variety and a certified high mint state grade, it becomes a magnet for modern collectors who want the very best of the best, no matter what the price. Imagine this for a moment. You pull an old coin album or box of miscellaneous golden dollars out of storage. One coin catches your eye, it's dated 2007, flashes brilliantly under the light, and carries a tiny P on its obverse. Curious, you glance at its edge, and realize it looks strange. Perhaps the lettering is doubled or completely missing. Heart-pounding, you'll begin to wonder if you've stumbled across the very kind of error that has rocked numismatic auctions. You send it in for grading and receive a near-perfect MS 68 designation along with confirmation of a catalogued mint error. Suddenly that little golden coin, often ignored by the public, has transformed into an elite rarity with buyers waiting on standby to pay fortunes just to secure the privilege of adding it to their collections. Stories exactly like this are what fuel the modern hunt, because most of these treasures are still out there hiding in plain sight. That is exactly why collectors never stop checking their gold-colored dollars closely for the year 2007, the Philadelphia Mint mark, and unusual edge engravings. One coin with just the right combination of flawless condition and mint mistake can change a person's life in ways they never imagined. So the next time you come across a golden dollar, do not dismiss it as an ordinary piece of modern currency. Turn it slowly under a bright light, examine its edge for any inscription anomalies, check its mint mark, look at how crisp the portrait strikes appear, and if it shimmers with untouched brilliance, protect it carefully and have it evaluated by professionals. For over time, the value of top-quality modern errors has only climbed higher, a trend powered by competitive demand that shows no signs of slowing down. Now for the incredible revelation that has left collectors speechless and sent new treasure hunters racing toward their coin jars. An absolutely flawless uncirculated 2007 Philadelphia minted United States gold $1 coin struck with a dramatic edge error and certified in one of the highest mint state grades ever recorded. Has achieved a staggering auction sale price of $345,000.